welcome. Oh, great. I clicked you. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Chris Warehouse. My name is Morgan, and today I'm with Mike.
Good morning, everyone. Amateurs. I'm working with amateurs. It's 11 o'clock. It is Saturday, the 24th. Is it 24th today? 25th?
25th.
25th today. We've got a good show. Well, we got off to a bad start, but it's to be forgiven. We've got a good show today. We're going to go through the usual. We're going to go through Bitcoin, some news about Ethereum. We've got some news about lots of things crypto related. We also have the special part of the show on a Saturday where Brogan does his charts. About 20 minutes in the middle of the show where Brogan will go through the charts and he then becomes the oracle. Things in the room float. We've no idea what's going on, but out the other end, we know where the price of Bitcoin is going to go and Ethereum. And I think Solana today, as well as Pepe, is being shown on the charts.
No chance.
We have, of course, we're going to have a quick look at the markets to start with, have a look at some X-Files, and then we're going to finish the show. I've been telling you about Dog with Riz all week. Now, the airdrop...
Sorry.
The airdrop that I was telling you about, I think, closed. They've actually reached out to tell me that the airdrop has now closed. So at the end of the show, we're going to tell you how to take part in a meme competition that they are running. That, I think, is it. We've got an hour to get through all of this. It's an awful lot, so we're not going to beat around the bush today. Also, if you are new here, smash the like button, say hello in chat, follow us, love heart us, whatever you've got in front of you, press those buttons. Brogan is going to say hello to those that are in chat today, if he can stop coughing, sneezing, and just generally making noise and distracting me while I start the show.
Sorry about the intro, guys. Hopefully, it didn't blow up your speakers. As I was just expanding the range of my vocals, and I didn't realize right-clicking could also change the scene as well as left-clicking. So I right-clicked like that. So sorry if I scared you guys, but hello to everybody in chat. I'm looking now. So guy, good morning to you. Hidden Agendas, only you, goats. Ferro Rope, goat as well. Daniel and Mary are here.
Danny, you know why Mary's here? Because Danny won the competition last week or the week before, so Mary's decided to turn up and steal the glory this week because Mary's probably going to win. If we run any competition, Mary will win. But we do have a question. We have a poll question today, which we're going to go through in the X-Files. So if you're in a certain place, answer the poll, and then we're going to give you a run through the poll in a minute. But first of all, we need to look at the markets, don't we?
We do.
Because we, and by we, I mean the Oracle side of Crypto Warehouse, has been promising us $94,000 Bitcoin.
Basically, no. What
as far as I'm aware, we're at 69,000.
Tariq is here as well. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Tariq.
And Mike. There's two of you.
There is.
What's going on?
Tariq, we have yet another article about Litecoin, don't we?
We do. It's stacking.
Stacking Litecoin.
Whatever that means.
So I'm expecting some tears from Tariq today because that's the third time this week we've mentioned Litecoin for him. So we're not sponsored by Tariq or Litecoin, but it keeps popping up in the news. So it can only mean one thing. We're going to get a Litecoin ETF. So take us away with the markets. $69,050.
Yeah, well, I think CoinMarketCap seemed to fix their little issue with lagging because I think the cameras work and everything. So I normally preface that if we're lagging, it's because give it us a minute because it's CoinMarketCap. But it seems like we're okay. But regardless, let me make sure we are completely up to date as we are 68,855 for Bitcoin. 0.14% up in 1 hour. Yeah, cool. 2.57, 24, 2.67, 7 days. So pretty stagnant. You know, obviously we'll get to the charts in a bit anyway. We'll see how stagnant we are. 3,741, 37.42, if you will, for Ethereum. Pretty crazy. 20% up 7 day. I don't think there's any surprise there. If you have been in the loop for not very long, then you will know what's going on. ETF. Pretty crazy. USDT is up 0.04% in 1 hour. And the 24-hour, okay, I'll move on. Solana, $168.
What are the gainers and losers? That's
right.
all people care about.
Core
is whether they've won or they've lost.
0.46%. Core is up.
Yeah.
24-hour, pretty good. Uniswap, 18.9%. Pepe, as we're coming today, 12.91% 24-hour and 54.52% in the 7 day.
Yeah.
That is pretty crazy. That is really crazy.
You could, absolutely. I'm not going to make any jokes about croaking or riveting or jumping or anything like that.
47.74% up in 7 day. I'm sure the Skeletons coming out of the closet, going, oh my god, Bonk's gone up. I'm sure they're coming out. So I'm really happy for them. Book of Meme. I haven't seen this ever.
Boom.
Whatever.
I covered Boom.
I haven't. I have never once seen this in the winning.
Are we above 1 cent?
Yeah.
What are we up to?
1.35%.
Yeah. So I suggested we get into Boom at 1.1 cent.
Yeah.
And then it went all the way up. It came all the way back down, and now I think it's on its way back.
And the ruling decider of all markets ever in my books, Thorchain.
Thorchain.
Yeah, is up 9.46% in the 24 hours. So quickly on to the losers. No one's really losing. That's crazy in the 24 hour. Worst case 24 hour is IOS Network, 1.1%, which is mental.
They have had a lot of price action in the last few weeks. I did a video about IOS, and it's a fairly good project.
It's pretty good. Are we 14.8 on 7 day? Jupiter 10.39. Yeah, just other things. Doesn't really matter there. Pretty good.
Happy
yeah.
days. So that's the markets.
Very happy. Yeah, that's the markets.
That's the markets.
That's the markets.
Now, have we got any special, cool, funky buttons to press to go to X-Files now?
We do.
We do have a special funky button.
Problem is you have to perfect it. Because obviously on the news, you've got a lot of time, but on these intros, it's snappy. And I don't want to play it twice and get told off. So, all right. X-Files. Oh my god, are we not the best crypto streamers on any platform ever? What are we signed for?
I don't know. I think we should have bets in the audience. How far through the show do we get before I put my head in my hands? And today it was 30 seconds. That's the record. That's the record. At some point during
15 minutes.
At some point during the stream, my head ends up in my hands.
Yeah.
Every stream.
Sounds like a you problem.
And today it's you yawning like a Wookiee at the start.
I wasn't yawning. I was clearing my throat and making sure my vocals were okay for the stream. And unfortunately, I accidentally started as I exhaled.
We've got a question from Only You. We'll answer that after we've done the X-Files.
Yeah. Bitcoin whales are buying dip. These large Bitcoin holders have purchased over 20,000 Bitcoin in the last 24 hours, worth $1.34 billion, as prices drop below 67,000. No surprise there. On the cheap. Buy
Absolutely.
It up. Buy it up. There you go.
Hoovering it up.
Absolutely. Couldn't click now. Let's see this one. Bitcoin rose 66% to 44k, from 44k to 73k after approval of Bitcoin ETF. If Ethereum does similar, we're above 6k. Many of you will mid-curve this.
I think at this stage of the bull run, $6,000 is pretty much a given. We're going to get to 4,000. Went through some targets yesterday. We don't need to go through them again. Brogan's look at the charts, but 6,000 has now got a pathway over the next. I would say, Brogan, if we get the ETF on July the 1st, which is 5 weeks away, I think between now and July the 1st, we're going to get some ways towards 6,000.
Yeah.
5,500.
But I do agree with people talking about Solana instead as trying to precurse the expected move, and along with the meme coins associated.
Yeah.
As we've seen with Pepe moving up pretty crazy, Bitcoin rose 60%, that means Ethereum will. Well, Pepe's already moved up 54%, so there you go. Obviously, that's a move has already happened. I don't know if it'll happen again. We haven't looked at charts in ages for Pepe, so couldn't really tell you right now.
You're going to tell us in this.
I will tell you that in the stream.
Yeah, I'm going to do Pepe charts.
But
yeah, I think Ethereum's going to. I think Ethereum has a good few weeks ahead of it.
Yeah, I think I think today we're going to look at the week for Solana and Pepe. Maybe not Bitcoin and Ethereum, but I think Solana and Pepe, just to see the future of it.
Good idea.
Because see if Pepe can move up anymore. But anyway, moving on to the next X file on here right now. Just in, Kenya signs deal with Bitcoin miner Marathon to monetize underused energy across the country by mining.
Absolutely, the best idea.
Very cool.
Ever. There are loads of countries which have underutilized power, should we say, whether it be geothermal, whether it be from flaring, whatever. That can be turned into Bitcoin. And Kenya, which isn't the richest country in the world, anything that they can get in Bitcoin, they should be converting into Bitcoin. And if they've got a deal with Marathon, fantastic. Absolutely great news for Kenya. I think more African nations should start to do this as well, because it'll make them richer, and that's what we want to see for the citizens. What's next? I'm trying to not rant today.
Yeah. Breaking Solana meme coin Harambe. Harambe on Solana up 42% in the last 1 hour since Elon Musk mentioned Harambe, and he manipulated the market. That's what he did. Clear as day here. Have we found Elon Musk's wallet yet? And have we seen him buy Harambe? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. I don't know about Harambe. All I know is that Swift Coin, which we're not going to look at today because it's too new, but Taylor Swift wore a T-shirt. Have you seen it? She wore a T-shirt that said Solana Summer on it.
I don't think that has any relation to any sort of crypto, but I think it was misinterpreted.
Yeah. So they went, I know, we're going to go, and I don't know if we've actually got this in the show, but anyway, they went and made a coin called Swift, and it's now like, I don't know, $100 million coin. Just yet more insanity in the crypto.
I mean, if I was a size of Elon Musk and I had the power to do a tweet, oh, this Harambe thing looks funny. No insinuation of, hey, you should buy it. It just talked about it, and it pumped like that.
I know. It's wrong. Anyway, what's next? I'm worried. We're going to get to your charts, and they're going to take up 45 minutes, so we need to whiz through everything as fast as we can.
We're actually on to, if you'd believe it, onto the news. So.
So smooth.
It's
like butter.
It is brilliant. Let's change the sidebar. Cancel this notification and look at the title of the first article. It's like it was nice because you have the articles and then you have, normally near the start you have the architects. It's a nice little, teaser for the news to come. Oh, it's just function like this.
We need to answer only used question, by the way.
Oh, I didn't read that. Sorry.
So I'm going to answer it because it's really easy. Rule of thumb, right? So he's asked, what are the expectations for Lido in this bull run? Lido is the largest liquid Ethereum staking platform in the world. I can't tell you what it is, Brogan. I think it's like 20 or 25% of all Ethereum is staked with Lido.
Okay.
If Ethereum does a 5x, what's going to happen to Lido? It's going to 5, 6, 10x in this bull run. So anything that sits on top of Ethereum, or Bitcoin for that matter, if Bitcoin gets, further on the path, especially things like Stacks, they're all going to do exceptionally well because they derive their security and value from the chain beneath them. And Ethereum, the more Ethereum goes up in value, the more people will buy Ethereum, the more people will stake Ethereum to get that yield. Ethereum's going to do incredibly well, and now so is Lido. So Lido, big green tick from me. Can't give you a price prediction, that is the Oracle's department, but suffice to say, it will do very well.
Super. Awesome. Crypto asset management giant Grayscale launches a new trust for Ethereum competitor and Bitcoin Layer 2 projects. Hold on, let me read that again. New trust, okay. The world's largest digital assets manager is unveiling 2 new crypto investment trusts for Ethereum rival Near Protocol and Bitcoin Layer 2 project Stacks. In a statement, Grayscale Investment says Grayscale Near Trust and Grayscale Stacks Trust are now available for daily subscription by eligible individual and institutional investors. The new investment trust for Near and Stacks expand Grayscale's expanding catalog of crypto product-focused investment vehicles. Quote, the trusts function like Grayscale's existing suite of single asset investment trusts, and each are among the first investment products solely invested in the tokens underpinning the Near Protocol and Stacks. Very cool. Grayscale remains committed to launch new products that enable investors to access emerging and evolving parts of the crypto ecosystem. By creating distinctive solutions to address blockchain scalability challenges, Stacks and Near are poised to help foster greater adoption, ultimately helping to drive the crypto ecosystem forward.
Absolutely.
Very nice.
We don't need to read them all.
No.
I'm going to ask you the question, and then you can answer it first.
Okay.
Why has Grayscale picked Near and Stacks? If you can't answer it, I'll answer it for you. I've already got the answer on the tip of my tongue.
Go on, do it.
First of all, Crypto Warehouse has been talking about Near and Stacks for the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Taking a tea on it, yeah.
So reason number 1 is our good selves. And reason number 2, I think they've picked their horses for the AI race, which is Near Protocol, and Stacks for the Bitcoin Layer 2 race. So what they're telling you by launching these 2 products is they've gone, right, Near is going to be the number 1 AI, and Stacks is going to be the number 1 Bitcoin Layer 2. They've told you without telling you. Do as they do, not as they say. That's why they've gone.
What happened to the amalgamation of literally every AI product?
That's happened yesterday, but the coin hasn't been swapped yet. May the 24th, Brogan, it happened, which was yesterday. So in your wallets, if you're holding Fetch, I think we're going to look at Fetch anyway, aren't we? In a minute, we're looking at Fetch.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Fetch, the Ajax, and the Oceans protocols are all being combined, and there'll be one token called the ASI. And that's it. And that's why Grayscale have done this. Now, it's the part of the show I have started to enjoy more and more, because I get to get up and walk around and talk to you guys.
Stretch the old man legs.
Stretch the old man legs.
Yeah.
This is Oracle TA.
Yes. No.
This is Oracle TA.
No. I need to make sure I've got the chart up first, because I can't make the intro play longer than twice. So the world will blow up.
I already know.
No. Okay, leave me alone. God. All right, you're ready now. Wait.
And now we're ready for Oracle TA.
And we're back. Why is your Why is it you? Why is the camera not me? Look, watch. It's you. Let me just change that real quick. I don't know what's going on there. And it's not appearing for me. Why are this bit all of a sudden?
Good morning, Diabliski. Welcome to the show. And remember, if you're in chat, I am now standing. You didn't read the poll out.
I closed it immediately. Hold on, let me sort this camera. I don't know why it's changed to you for some reason. Hold on, let me fix this up.
So the poll today, I'll read it out while Brogan tries to resurrect his career as a streamer. If Bitcoin is digital gold, what is Ethereum? The three options are, is it digital silver, is it digital oil, or is it digital bananas? They are your three options today. So far, only 11 votes. What are you doing? 55% have said digital silver and 45% have digital oil.
We're good. I set it up now.
So when we go back to main cameras...
Yeah, I'll still be there, look. Yeah, it works. So the first coin we're covering today, we've got three. I'll go through them now. We've got Bitcoin, Solana, and Pepe on the list of coins.
Yes.
Do you want me to do Ethereum as well?
Well, no. What I was going to say was, if there's a coin out there that you want us to look at in this, put it in the chat. And when Brogan gets to the end of Pepe, we'll have a look and see which ones you've got. Right, do you want to take us away?
Good morning, friends. Good morning to you. I'm glad you can join us on the stream. Sorry, I'm clapping. It's probably blowing up the camera, or blowing up the microphone. But thank you for joining us. So, quickly moving on to the Bitcoin chart. Let me just make sure the settings are good on this, because I accidentally changed settings on MarkCypher. I can't remember. Okay, there we go. Yeah, good. Make sure it's set up properly. So, we've had a trend line, as you may be able to tell by the big old white line going upwards. Since 15th of May, we've had this nice trend line. We've been bouncing off it pretty respectfully now. But we also seem to have formed this downtrend, since obviously we bounced off these amazing order blocks, which I always draw because they're so amazing and awesome. Bouncing off this significant price point. I don't know why there's commas over here. But anyway, you can see as we started bouncing, obviously we had an upper end bounce system going on. So it looks like we're starting to get close to a little bit of a squeeze here, about 68k. Getting stuck. Obviously, it does depend as well, because we are at a support point here at about 68,800 or 750, whatever you want to say. So you can see we're kind of having this kind of little squeezing scenario. Now, if I open up, also some certificates in there for some reason. I don't know why that hasn't been shown. You can also see the 21-day EMA is also catching up. Now, I hadn't had this example to show in a while, but I think you talked about it. In talking about support, support and resistance points and EMAs, or when you look at the bull market,
converging.
The convergence of it. If you've watched some of my older streams, when I really looked at the EMAs properly, we have these examples, and these always do something interesting. Whenever there's a support point, there's normally a support point or resistance point which is straight, and then a resistance point of some sort of trend line, and then there's an EMA meeting. This is normally when things blow up, either on the upper end or the lower end of things. Don't dance like that. So obviously in this case, what you can see is we are having a similar scenario where we have the EMA looking up to us. Okay, you can see the EMA is catching up. Obviously, it's going to be starting to do this. Now, obviously, this price, if it respects this line, will be doing this. If it doesn't respect this line, it bounces out. Well, we'll probably expect something like that, where we use it as support and then bounce upwards and continue onwards to 69.5 and onwards.
MK, we are looking at Bitcoin. If you look in the top left-hand corner, you will see it says Bitcoin USDT. So yeah, just helping out on.
Should I hide the sidebar so you can see the price? That's probably useful. There you go. So so that's what I was kind of looking at here. Is either Where's the line? There we go. Either it's going to be one of those ones. Oops, I just deleted it.
You still can't see the price now.
Yeah, but you can see it on the right side.
Okay.
Agreed. So this is kind of a scenario I expect. Obviously, you know, I always want to do a TA where I kind of say what's going on. I don't really like doing like, oh, well, it could do this or could do this, because you know, you don't want that. You want an answer. So my answer is going to be, well, when these EMA and all these converge, we're going to be stuck. We're going to have a little bit of a squeeze within the coming hours of today, within here, and then, you know, we're going to have either a blow up or blow down. Obviously, I'd hope and expect a bit of a blow up, you know, if it's me. But, you know, I mean, and to be fair, we're on a downtrend. So if we break out of this and kind of get squeezed upwards, then I would expect an uptrend. However, you know, if we break these support points, which would be unfortunate, obviously we've still got 67,787, which would then allow us to still have a squeeze in the middle over here going on towards Monday. But it would also probably mean the EMA would be above us, being a resistance point, and it'd probably be, you know, difficult to get above, and then probably coming back down to 66, 66. Yeah. Which would be a negative thing. I don't know if that's going to, I don't really think that would happen. We've got EMA below us as support. Yeah. Obviously, I would trend more towards the upper end. You know, this is really strong support in these two areas. This is, you know, the EMA being below us is going to be a bullish thing as well. Obviously, momentum's coming upwards, money flow's still coming upwards, and it's green. So we've generally got a bullishness. So coming out of this range and having this squeeze, we're having, you know, bull anyway. So we should realistically come upwards, you know, probably towards 70,000, 70,500. Yeah, is what I'd expect Bitcoin to do soon. So that's it for Bitcoin. Going on to Solana now.
Good stuff. Also, don't forget, we've probably got time for one of your coins. If you've got a coin you want us to look at, drop it into chat. Please don't pick something nondescript like Swift meme or something like that. We did Tremp last week, so if you've got a coin, let us know. What on earth are they weeping willows that you've drawn on the screen? Is that supposed to be a chart?
It's not. It is a chart. It's not supposed to be a chart. It is a chart. So what we have here, well, I did about 30 seconds of TA before we started streaming. I was having a little look. So we were in this trend up here, you know, roughly some sort of flag, which played out, you know, decently coming from. Whoops. Coming from
this head and
point.
Shoulders.
That's what I've drawn. I will get on to that in a minute.
Yeah, okay.
Obviously, having this scenario coming down towards the support point, which we obviously, you know, bounced off here. Obviously, we had a wick, but we bounced off it, and then we touched up above here, you know, our order block, and then we had some sort of resistance, and everything just came crashing down, which was, you know, whatever, unfortunate. But we were still in negative movement. You know, money flow, VWAP, momentum. We were coming down, so we. Bouncing off this resistance point, breaking down pretty heavily, you know, coming from a high point. It's like falling out of plane. It's like, you know,
exactly.
It's going to be terminal velocity situation going on here. But you know, we're kind of recovering now. You can see we're in this uptrend.
Yeah.
Obviously, if I went to lower time frames, you probably see this flag a bit better than I'm showing right now. But you know, it is a flag nonetheless, which you can see. So if we draw it from here, it roughly brings us towards 160, 161, whatever.
Yeah.
Now, my concern with this scenario is a little bit of a head and shoulders. You can see this line here seems to be the consistent point. Obviously, if you count the wicks, it also goes towards here. You can see, you know, this is the shoulder and this here, big old head over here. And then if we do have uptrend, I mean, it depends how high we go.
Yeah.
But if this trend follows, and this is, again, another deciding factor. Let me get this up. Oh my God, leave me alone. I just want to bring this line up. There we go. I'll make sure that's actually working now. It's finicky. There we go. So if we, and this would make more sense, and this would be the concerning part, is if we come to around this area and come downwards, then, you know, it's not going to look very good, is it?
No.
But, you know, it would fit nicely if we did come up to there, because the whole line would bring us right to our support point, which we've already used once here, and we've already used, you know, back here as resistance and whatnot. So it depends. It depends on how we fall. If we fall right now, we would invalidate the head and shoulders, which would be a better scenario in the long run anyway. For
I just can't see it though. I can't see it because the market, the sentiment right now is not negative.
No,
right?
Exactly.
We've got a long weekend, so all the traders have gone off on holiday. Retail have come in, and you can tell retail have come in because the price is starting to creep up. So if retail have Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, knowing that we've got an Ethereum ETF, it's going to edge upwards.
Yep.
Right? And where we are at the stage of this market is not downwards, it's upwards. Not in a straight line, of course. So for me, my target for Solana, next move up was 174. You've got 172.
Yeah.
Yeah? So we're not a million miles away from where we think.
Now, if I invert this, though...
Good evening or good morning, Peter. Actually, the coin, nobody's asked for a coin. So,
No.
Brogan, I'm going to give you the coin that we're going to look at. We're going to look at Flux.
Okay.
Because Peter has a love-hate relationship with Flux. So we want you to look at the charts.
So I've deleted what I just drew because I want to show something else.
Yeah.
You could argue...
There you go. Peter's just said Flux in chat.
There you go. Could argue...
Because he gives a flux about it. Is that?
See what I'm putting down right now?
Is that a cup and handle?
Yeah, but I've inverted it. But I did argue this last time, that a lot of cover handles are basically head and shoulders anyway.
Yeah, they are. They're
Because
so similar.
you just look at the head and like the right shoulder, and it's basically a cover handle.
Absolutely.
So, still, regardless, it's two sides of the same coin, whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. But
You could say, Peter, it's doing Flux all.
okay, right. Well, that's a 4 anyway, but we still have bullishness. And this is the thing, I still expect us to move up, but I don't think the range is going to blow up right now because we've still got positive momentum possibility.
Yeah.
VWAP's starting to slow down. Money flow's also starting to arc a bit, but it's still in the positive. Probably, I still think we have a bit more of a range. Not like a crazy moving upwards towards 176, but, probably 172 and a half, 172.
Let me ask you a question then, right? I've got two targets for Solana. I've got 201,
Yeah.
which is obviously just above 200, which is psychological. And then I've got 210 or 211. Have you got anything at 210 or 211?
I've got 223, but
And
I have 216 on the lower side of this order block.
Right, and you've got 202 as well. 201.
Yeah, 204, or more so, or 202 and a half for the order block, but I have the line 203, 204 basically.
Right, okay. So we're not far off. One of them's pretty much spot on to mine, and one of them is a little bit higher than mine, but the bottom of the range is close to mine. Right, okay. Because what I think, if we have a rip and we rip to the upside, we need some upwards targets, because I really can't see us coming down to $140 for Sol, $120 for Sol.
No.
So I think we're going to move up. And
Yeah, I mean, this drawing was from, when we call that article, it's the guy was saying we could go to $400 based on it. Well, yeah, I think this was, I can't remember what this was again, but, it's slightly similar. TA based on that, but
all right. So what's we got next? Pepe.
Yeah, I'll just quickly look at there's nothing to look at apart from the week. VWAP's coming up, momentum's coming up, money flow's coming up. So over the week based, it should be coming up. Obviously, daily as well probably has quite negative actually.
Yeah,
pretty wholeheartedly negative on the daily, unfortunately. But,
but that'll turn around eventually.
Yeah.
What do I think about PAL AI? I haven't looked at that coin. It's never shown up on any of my articles. I've never seen it in the charts, which means it could be a microcap. I could have a look at that again. Bullish Bull, I've got some VeChain. VeChain from the last cycle, what do you think of that? VeChain is one of those projects that does everything it's supposed to do and has been doing it for the last 8 years and has no price action. And I don't understand VeChain, because VeChain as a blockchain has been used for the last 8 years. And the price hasn't done anything. It could be to do with the fact it's in China, or it has Chinese connections. Who knows? Could be something to do with that. Do you guys buy shares on the stock market? I have a portfolio of funds. I buy funds, not stocks and shares. So I buy things like Scottish Investment Trust and things like that.
I'm 19.
Yeah,
so
he'll get there. Eventually, one day, Peter, he'll be in stocks and shares. Right, this is Pepe. Are we at price discovery?
Is this a rising summit? I always forget the names of all these charts. I see it, I go, this is something, I'm pretty sure, and I forget what the name of it is. But I swear this was something. Let's draw it properly, actually.
And remember, if you are in chat, smash the like button, say hello, and hit the subscribe button. That's what you need to do.
So, we're seeing bearish expanding triangle, whatever the hell. Fancy pants thing going on there. All in all, suggesting some sort of downwards movement. Well, I mean, let's look at what we could go to. Well, seems like we have a decent order block here. As you can see, respected it pretty much immediately by zooming properly there and have it properly. There you go. You can see difficulty there, quick part upwards. But interestingly, and I do talk about this, we never really tested it properly, unless I go to the one we did. We didn't. We had with difficulty, never tested this as order block. So, Bitcoin, I think when I really exaggerated this last time, it was with Bitcoin. We had the same scenario where we wicked upwards. We came towards like 66. This was back when we were stuck below the low prices, and we reckoned it was like 66, 68, whatever it was, can't remember. Maybe 66. Well, we had the same scenario. We had a big order block. We wicked above, came to this price, brilliant, but we never tested the order block of support, and we came right about down below. So we never really tested this as to make it a breaker block. So that I'm, not very happy about that.
This is going to come crashing down.
Yeah, look, so we've got the expanding triangle, which is a bearish thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to wager that we come towards this order block.
Yeah. It's
now,
come crashing down.
I want to say we'll probably break through it because I don't think we never tested it as some sort of support level.
Nope.
Now, I suppose you could argue there's something here as well, but yeah. I mean, there's a consistent price point from here anyway. Of some regard, you can see we're kind of like bouncing in and out of this place, especially wicking to it. So there'll be some price down here we'll come to. I think we'll surpass this order block anyway.
I would 100% short Pepe.
Yeah.
I would not be buying Pepe. You've got to be careful when you see things pump. I'm not going to go on about tornadoes again today, but don't buy something because it's ripped up. What's it up? 53%? In a week, wasn't it?
I mean, from its movement, the bottom of it, up about 67.
So it's a 67% movement to the upside for a meme coin. It can only go one way, and that is down. I don't care what people tell you. We were right with Dog with Hat. We were right with Book of Meme. Was it Book of Meme? Sorry, not Book of Meme.
Yeah.
It's called Bone. I always get that wrong. They are never going to keep going like this. It's impossible because the bulls get tired and the bears take over. It's going to come down.
Yeah, I don't expect it to go up another 8%, considering where our momentum is right now on the 4 hour. It's pretty. It's going over the negative, the possible negative mark. View up, coming from a high point, it's starting to hover now. Potential downwards movement, which will allow for momentum to start move downwards.
Yeah.
Money flow will come to a negative trend and it's all over. I don't expect it to do another thing. I think this is a good little area. Like if we draw, like we've done, this bounce, and now we're coming up. I expect it to kind of come down very soon.
Yeah,
in terms of this regard.
Absolutely. Peter's right for once about this meme coin. He says that this meme coin's ass will fall in. Absolutely. It's going to cave. It's going to prolapse. Actually, that wouldn't fall in, that would fall out. Right. But you know what I mean.
Okay, thank you.
Whenever we look at a coin that's had a movement like this, and we're not talking about AI coins or real world asset coins or coins where the market has just decided this is the next big thing. We're talking about a random pump and dump. Bonk was another one, did the same thing. Dog with Hat ran up, said the same thing. You can't go after these coins. You need to wait for it to come all the way back down again and then buy in a position. I have never really bought into Pepe, really, but there you go. What do I think of Atom? Atom is a fantastic project. The only issue with Atom, Tariq, is I don't think it gets the credit it deserves. Because I looked at Atom for you when you mentioned it a few weeks ago. In terms of chart and price action, maybe Brogan can do Flux and Atom if he's very quick.
All right. Yeah, I mean, if we look at what's going on right now, you can see, this is the weekly. Obviously, there's not a lot of data, especially from where it is. This is the weekly. I'd probably go to the daily, actually. I'll probably be a bit better, actually. You can see we're really overbought now.
Yeah.
Last time we had a similar thing, came down, 13%. Obviously, I think this is going to be a bit more of a exaggerated one. Coming towards probably the support point. As you can see, we've already started to arc. Money flow is starting to hover. It's starting to become neutral now. VOP's been coming down for a while, so even on the daily, we should be negative very soon anyway.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think we should be coming down soon, very soon.
I think so.
So and this is even this. You could probably. It's a good risk reward ratio. You could probably be a bit conservative about this. Depends on what your multiplication is. You could probably do it to here, maybe get a free. I think that there is definitely a short here. I don't know if obviously you want to pad this to be fair. So I don't know if it'll come down to that point, maybe towards the lower end of here. But I do think it falls below this order block. I could be wrong though. because it is still technically a considerable price point as support or resistance. But since we never tested it when we broke above it, and normally to cause breaker, I'll try and find it. Not Bing, not videos either. Images. I don't know who that guy is. Okay, there's literally nothing on. There's not really a lot of showing of what I want to look at. Here we go, something like this. There's the video over there, but there you go. So this is the order block, and it comes below, or it has a big surge either up or down, and then it has to it retests, and that's normally when it happens. Whenever there's a retest, it will become breaker block and it will flip its support resistance. And let me really quickly go to Bitcoin. I'm gonna be quick. I'll show you what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean. I talk about this a lot. When you break through the previous price point, that previous price point becomes resistance.
Yeah, I think it was about here. So if I go on like the 1 hour, you might be able to see it properly. It was here. Here it was. So obviously it'll probably be better on the 30-minute. Actually, I'll go to 50-minute. This will be really, really good now. If I go to this.
I'm going to answer a question while you're doing that. So only you. I'm wondering about 3 coins I got and planning to get more of. 3 FAKT, which you can't say out loud, and 4 NETVA. So I looked at 3. Market cap was too small, really, for me to give any real opinions on. What I would say is, if you've got micro caps like that, they should only make up a percentage of your portfolio, unless you are full degen, high risk, high reward. Then I'd consider buying small bags of those coins, not huge bags. You are probably going to do 100x on some of those coins, and you're probably going to do 1x on some of those coins. So just be careful getting too many smaller cap coins.
So I have it up quickly as well, just as 2 seconds. So this is the scenario, because at the time I was saying we'd come towards about 60, like over here somewhere. Now the issue was we never. This was the fatal mistake. I pointed out at the time. This is the fatal mistake. We came above it. We never tested it, and then we just came up straight away. Never tested it, and then fell right below because we never tested it as a support point. Then to move on towards higher points. So we just came right back down, and that is the same scenario. Which I think is happening with Pepe, and that's why I'm leaning more towards the side of the fact that we'd fall below this order block and not use it as support.
Yeah.
And that's why I think we go below it. So if I come back to it, so even though this line is suggesting we might come towards the order block or the support point, whatever, I do think we might fall a tad bit lower than that, and that's why I'm being a bit conservative and trying to do it to the lower point of the order block, because like I said, when I zoomed in on the lower time frame. We never actually tested it. We just came upwards and we never came back to it to test.
Yeah.
We continued up. Obviously, we had different points. With difficulty, surge, difficulty, came up, never touched it, never retouched it.
Yeah.
So, I don't think that's a strong situation. I don't think we do
so.
Fall below. But
I think
last coin was what again?
Right, we're going to do Flux. We've got, I'd say, 2 minutes on Flux and 2 minutes on Atom.
All right.
Because we've got 20 minutes left to finish the show.
Let's see this one.
Never going to happen, is it?
Nah.
Never going to happen.
Never do it. I don't think we should ever try it, really, because it doesn't matter. Let me have a quick look.
You have to have some time allocation for a show. You can't just say, well, it doesn't matter. We could be here in 3 hours' time.
No, we'd never know that late.
What's this, Flux?
Yeah.
You've looked at Flux recently, I take it.
I don't think so.
Don't you?
No.
I thought you'd looked at it recently.
Okay,
so how are we looking? Because I think Peter is upset at Flux.
I'm looking about. I'm trying to see if there's any order blocks or anything interesting. It's not really looking to.
What, you on the daily?
4 hour.
Right.
I could go on a lower time frame. You know what? Yeah, let me look at the daily. Daily might have a really good one out of nowhere. Again, not really. Here's some sort of TA, I guess. This is all right, I guess. This is a slight, but we're really far away from this anyway. This kind of area up here. We bounce to the midpoints. This is a good area. Anything on the lower end of things, just to see. I could probably just go get a significant price point, which is roughly like this area.
You see, this is putting in lower highs, isn't it? After it spiked, it's putting in lower highs.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like it's putting in lower lows.
No, this is another chart pattern, which I need to go look up the name of because I can't remember. But I swear, every single thing you can draw, any sort of trend line, there's always a chart pattern for it, and it always has an outcome. And I can't remember what this is. So let's go through it. Look,
So you've got bullish divergence.
descending
though.
triangle. That's the one.
That's it. You've
So
got
look.
bullish divergence. The RSI is coming up, but the price is coming down. So that normally signifies a breakout, doesn't it?
Huh?
It signifies a breakout when the RSI is starting to move up and the price is coming down. That's
Which one's the RSI on the screen?
Isn't that the bottom one?
Which one? Here. What, the grey one?
I don't know. I can't see from here.
I suppose you could argue the momentum. Kinda.
Momentum's coming up and the price is coming down. That would indicate that there's a good price going to move to the upside.
Not necessarily. I mean, it'd have to be this, like, because momentum, I believe, momentum, or a lot of people talk about markets, they say momentum, like, I think Frank has the momentum. It's a wave trend.
Yeah.
And the wave trend does follow the RSI. Obviously, if you go to the code of it, you can see what data it reads. I believe it is some sort of weighted version of the RSI. I could be very wrong on that. I'm not too sure. I haven't really looked it up. But it's actually the wave trend. This is the wave trend.
Yeah.
And I believe if you look at, RSI and momentum, they do follow similar patterns. So you can look at divergence in momentum, aka the wave trend, and the price, and it does work out.
Yeah.
You can look at the RSI on Microsoft, but I don't like to look at it. I don't really care. Like, I don't really have it up.
Because I thought that the bottom section that you've got there, I thought that incorporated the RSI into it. That's
Let me bring up. You know what? Let me bring up the RSI. There's two. There's this Scholastic, which I think is better for lower time frames.
Yeah.
Let me just bring up normal RSI for now. So
We'll
look, so here we go.
Well, I'll answer your question, Tariq, in a couple of seconds when we get to look at Atom. Because what I think is going to happen with this is, we've had, and this has got the pattern of a meme coin. Flux has got the pattern of a meme coin. A massive blow off top, a retracement, and then what normally happens is you get a move to the upside that's about a third or a half of the previous spike.
Which one's this one?
Flux.
No, this. This is
Oh.
hidden bearish. I think hidden follows the trend and a regular versus, right? I haven't done RSI and versus in ages.
The RSI, when the RSI moves up and the price moves down, that is bullish.
Right.
Because it shows the price is falling, but the buying is starting to increase. So that would indicate a breakout to the upside. So there you go.
This here. Oh, there's three, isn't it? Here we go. Yeah, okay. So, this is what I'm looking at. So medium. This is the problem. You get conflicting because you got this hidden one.
Yeah.
Which is price on the high. Look, like, what is the difference between these? Look, so hidden divergence, price on the higher end is going down, and then RSI on the higher end is going up.
Mm-hmm.
You can see higher end going up, price on the higher end going down. So hidden, continuation, hidden divergence continuation, bearish. But then you can argue that there's, which one was it again? The bearish, like there's a medium bullish divergence because the price isn't really, it's going along, but the offset is going up. You could also argue that. You can see that.
But you can also be bullish on one time frame and bearish on another time frame.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah. This is the daily, so this is quite big.
Yeah.
But you can see, doing this. So it's either medium bullish or it's a continuation bearish. So again, I don't really, RSI confuses me.
Okay. If you ignore that for now and you look at the pattern of the chart, and I'm not saying you do it now, we haven't got time, but if you brought up Bonk or if you brought up a meme coin like Moneki or anything, or Bohm, you will see a huge rip to the upside, a retracement. It will find its bottom, it will find its level of support, which is where it is now, and then you will have a second move up to roughly where your box is. So you know that area there, with the grey box, you will have a move up to there, and then it will come down again. That's what would happen in a chart that looks like that. So as far as Peter's concerned, I expect it to move up, but it's not going to break all-time highs of where it was. It's going to come halfway up or a third of the way up.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Well, at this point, it seems like you can choose what you want to see in a divergence, because there's literally every option on, because it's either medium bullish divergence or it's a continuation bearish divergence. So
I say what we'll do. We're going to leave it there because we can't read it. It's like, when you go and see a tarot reader and they put the cards down and it says you're going to have a child, but you're going to go to heaven at the same time. It's like that. It can go one or the other way. So what I'm going to say, Peter, is it's going to go up.
I don't think so.
Or it's going to go down.
No, I think it's going to go down.
It's fine. All right.
Look at this. Look, descending triangle.
Yeah. I'm going up. You're going down.
Look, boom. Oh, look. Okay.
We'll look at it next week.
Boom, 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 boom.
Flux is going up, and you're saying it's going down.
Yeah.
It's a split decision.
It's
in
somewhere
the
within this soon.
Now we've got to get on to Atom.
Okay.
I think it's a bullish divergence, but it's like you can see both things.
I mean, that's the problem. Is because like it's either because I remember because without this chart, I don't like that chart because like the ones I normally see are this one where you have 4.
Yeah.
And then there's bullish, regular, or hidden, whatever.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the price isn't coming down on the lower end; it's staying the same.
Yeah.
So that's why I think I don't want to look at the other one because the other one literally answers every question in 2 different ways.
Exactly.
And this one, look, strong, medium, weak, hidden. Like, it's so stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
I just whatever.
Anyway, we're going to move on to Atom because we are going to run out of time. If you are new here, smash the like button, give us a follow.
Damn, the order block's too strong.
And we will be, hopefully, getting back to the news very shortly.
So, last time I did TA, I probably quite soon. So, came down. To be fair, that was quite a high thing. We had this double bottom scenario.
But don't forget why the price came down, because everything came down.
Yeah.
That's the other thing to bear in mind when you look at charts, is things go up and down fine on their own, but then they also go up and down in cycle with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin moves up, everything goes up. If Bitcoin comes down, everything comes down. And then when Bitcoin doesn't do anything, that's when the charts for particular coins get to do their own thing.
That's really good order block. You see that?
Yeah.
Look at that. That midline's crazy. Anyway.
So the question, the question Tariq has got for you: is he buying a Tesla, or is he buying a Twix?
Okay.
So is he buying a Tesla, or is he buying a bar of chocolate with his profits?
Actually, I'm on the daily, to be fair.
That's what he wants to know.
Let me bring that across. There we go. So, what do we have? Okay, well, so I drew this because this looked pretty good. This looked like a good double bottom. Like if you go to chart patterns, where's double bottom? The price line looked pretty good to me. We had a consistent point here, which we came. I moved this. Look, boom, boom, came upwards, but unfortunately the order block, which I already had, was quite strong, and we didn't come back upwards towards higher points. I mean, to be fair, technically we did. In this, 5.6% move upward, we didn't come upwards as high, but technically we did come upwards. But like I said, to be fair, chart patterns didn't tell you positional; they can't tell you directional. So it technically was right in terms of directional, but order block too strong. But anyway, moving on to where we are now. We kind of hovered and we came down, and then we had this order block, which we kind of used. We've been using all right, bouncing off it there, kind of bouncing off it in this position, but there's just a lot of scenarios. I mean, I think with this, this order block's just a bit naff, to be honest. I'm deleting it, I don't like it. Sometimes they just don't work out.
Exactly.
They just really don't work out.
Tariq is going to go for the bar of chocolate, and Peter has said, how good is it that people go out to pubs or clubs and party, yet we are at home looking at coins? The thing is, Peter, it's 11:49 in the morning here. If I took the Oracle to the pub at this time of the morning, then that wouldn't be very good for us, would we? We'd be asleep by 3 o'clock if we went to the pub now. We'd be asleep.
Okay, so depending on how we move, could have some not very nice things going on. So let me kind of draw this. You can see there's a kind of a trend line here. See, boom, boom. So if we come to this price point, I think this move in the middle was a quick surge. I don't think we'd break it again. And what that means is
we'd probably... another head and shoulders?
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
I know. Now, again, interlinked between a cup and handle and a head and shoulder. Let me invert the scale. You can see there's kind of a arc. We've got the range here coming downwards. I think there might be negativity. So let me invert it again.
We don't like negativity. We don't need negativity around here.
I don't want negativity, but
don't forget. Don't forget. Tariq comes here because he needs reassurance that he's going to get his Tesla.
Additionally, what I think is going to happen? we are below. Okay, let me make sure I know what. I think I've got 200 EMA. I think I've got 21, and then something else. Look, I've got. So what do we have? We have the 5, the 6, and the 7. So we go to it. I've got 21 day, the 89, and the 100. Well, did I have a 200?
It's 8 o'clock on a Saturday night, and Peter's watching us. You know what Peter should be doing? He should be getting out a good bottle of red Rioja, maybe Spanish, something dry from a dry country. Pour a glass, leave it half an hour, and sip gently as you watch Tariq's dreams be crushed beneath Brogan's TA.
There we go. So, that's what I want to draw. So we've got 200 day. I thought for the long time I had 200 day, but it's actually the 100 day. But 200 day, you can see it's coming down. 200 day is pretty strong. 200 day is used quite. It's used by the Market Sportman.
Yes.
Quite a consistent one.
Yes, it is.
So on the 4 hour anyway, we can see we're kind of respecting it. Problem is, it's quite a rounded out one, so it's not as fast, especially on the short time frames. But regardless, we'd probably stay roughly below it. As it comes down, and 150 day as well, it's starting to come down as prices in this not very nice trend. Now, what I can see,
He is Tariq, actually. He loves crushing dreams.
no, I don't love it. I just do what I'm
It's just
here.
a byproduct of his TA.
Right, okay. You're just trying to set me up here to be meany. I'm not mean, okay? It's just what happens. So
Not mean, Tariq, it's a fact of life. And what he's saying to you is, you should be tuning in and watching his live TA charts before you make the trades. Brogan streams on a Monday and Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Central European time, where you can ask what you want to ask. But
Absolutely.
do you know what, Brogan?
What?
How many people tune in and ask you for charts? 2 or 3?
Yeah.
Hardly any. So, who's Tariq got to blame for not owning a Tesla? Himself.
Wow, okay, well maybe the time frame of me streaming.
Time means nothing. If he was dedicated to his art, whether it be 4 in the morning or 6 in the morning, he should be there.
Right, okay. Well, I didn't say any of those words. That was all Mike behind the camera. So, but anyway, like I said, so really quickly, all about down here doesn't matter. We're going to break through it anyway. Coming upwards, we're below the 150 and 200 day. That's going to move down as we come upwards. We'll probably bounce a bit somewhere within here, which will be roughly where the next shoulder would be.
Yeah.
Still going to start to come down. Everything will ruin everyone. And then, that's pretty much it, really.
Arve will do well in this bull run, absolutely. Arve is a great project. You're more than likely going to do a 10x in the next 18 months. Next November is the cut-off period, I would say. But I can't guarantee it because we don't have a crystal ball. All we can tell you is if Tariq says buy Atom, then short it.
I'm trying to draw this properly.
That's a head and shoulders.
Yeah. Looks like I'm trying to cheat it. I'm not. But it's there. You can see it. There's strict there's rules on it, but the line is there. You can see it's within this top either bottom line of the order block or the top line of this support point. You can see the head and shoulders. So hopefully that doesn't form. If it doesn't form, and it maybe surpasses it, it's below 200 day and 150 day. It'll be quite hard to surpass it anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of momentum, when we get towards there, look, momentum's already at the neutral point.
Yeah.
So, having difficulty at the 21 day already. If we have difficulty at 21 day, I have no idea what our chances are above the 200 day.
No.
Money flow is coming upwards, but VOP is coming down. It's a rough scenario. I mean, I'm trying to look now.
See what the other thing is, of course, you're now going to make people scared to ask you about coins because you're just going to do a Frankie Candles on them and tell them it's all going to go to 0.
No.
Arve has 16 million coins in total. Is the circulating supply and the total supply of Arve 16 million? Because if it is, and there's 100% in circulation, that's a very positive sign. I can't tell you whether to buy or not because that's financial advice, and we can't give financial advice on.
I think it's going to go up and down. It's that simple, really.
Arve's a good project.
This is hidden bullish divergence.
Right.
I mean, to be fair, it did play out already, but regardless,
should we get back to the news now?
I think we should.
I'm actually getting varicose veins from standing here, waiting for you. Right, should I come and sit down?
Yeah, come sit down.
Right then, let's get back on with the show. We've done plenty of charts. We've ruined several people's weekends with the price action. So now we're back. Are you going to do the ding, doo, doo, doo
I'm
thing?
bad at it, so. Look at that. If we're not professional, if someone tries to tell you we're not professional, I don't know. Well,
I have returned.
going from 20 minutes in the stream to an hour into the stream, we're actually now moving on to the second article of today. Let me get you up.
I'm going to try and keep an eye on chat, but of course,
Yeah, I haven't really been keeping an eye on it.
Brogan will be keeping an eye on chat from now on because I don't want to be looking at the phone too much. So where are we up to now? What we're looking at? Because we can
time
whiz
in
through
chat.
these.
We are on to first page. Close this over. Freaking, was that ETH or ETF? ETH.
ETH.
Freaking
So
ETH.
basically, I can tell you what the article's going to be about. This is a very important individual telling you that the price of Ethereum is going to skyrocket. And we've already told you it's likely to go somewhere 6,000 in the bull run. I said 8 to 10,000, 8 to 12,000. I can't remember what I said. Without the ETF. Now we have the ETF. We could go 16,000, 14,000. I don't know. Something a lot higher depending on the volume. So that's pretty much what that article is about.
Okay, cool.
So we can skip on to the next one.
Fetching figs.
Now we're going to go through this one. You can go through this one because Fetch, Singularity, and Oceans are all merging.
Yes.
The new token, the TGE, which is the genesis when the token is created, I believe was yesterday. So at some point in the next 2 or 3 weeks, all of your Fetch, Ajax, and Oceans Protocol tokens will all become ASI tokens. If you hold them in your non-custodial wallet, you need to go to the respective website and convert them. There you go.
Got a question for the audience. Should we make our own crypto project? Like meme coin? Should we make
Who
our own
said
meme
that?
coin? Me, from everyone else. Should we make our own project? Is this a good idea, guys? Let us know. We could do it in giveaways and stuff.
Terrible idea. We could make an anagram of all of the names of the OGs, like Kishan, Solo,
We could.
Sky, Peter,
Try that.
Only You. We could merge them all together and call it something like Spadulake, and then launch it. And
We'll
then
just,
give it
we'll
away.
just really poorly draw like a cardboard box and go like, where who's?
Yeah, WEARHOOSE, Warehouse.
Where who's?
But that'd be very Scottish then, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And the Scots don't like us. They should
Should've.
do, because we are technically Irish, but they don't like the English.
Fetch AI. FET. Price analysis. Expert predicts rally for the AI crypto if key level holds. Here's his outlook. Let's be the judge of this. FET has been the leading point in the AI sector, and the high time frame charts speak for themselves. Bullish, bullish, bullish. After breaking the key resistance level of 50 cents, FET has been consistently rising, and now the price is hovering around $2.30.
Good morning, JC.
that
I
it?
think the issue, we don't need to go, we haven't got a lot of time. We don't need to go too much things. Right. Do you know when you see people saying that FET is going to go to $5 or FET's going to go to $20?
Yeah.
How? How is it going to go to $5 or $20 when the goddamn token is going to be replaced with ASI? Do these people not do any research? How are you going to get a token that's not going to exist in a month's time going to get to $20 when it, what are we at now? $2.30?
About this, so yeah.
Right, it's not going to happen. Ignore it, load of rubbish. The ASI token is going to rip when it launches, and it's going to have a very good bull run. It will become the second biggest AI token, I believe, behind NEAR, and it's going to have a great bull run. It's going to merge 3 great projects, one great project, one very good project, and one decent project together. So it's going to become, it's going to be bigger than the sum of its parts, but it will take time for all of the teams to combine, the management to combine. There's obviously going to be layoffs. There always is when tokens merge. So it might be another year before we see like the fruits of their labor, but it will happen. What's next?
I don't know. I'm kind of just looking at. Well, I'll draw it on. Not here. Look, I'm trying to see if there's anything I can recognize within his chart.
On Fetch?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. More
Hopefully,
charts.
it doesn't do this.
More charts.
You can see it on the stream. Obviously, it's not really live drawn. You can see it on your phone there. You see.
Oh yeah. Good point.
So obviously, I get what he's saying. There could also, let me draw it on the green side of things. There could be some sort of new trend forming.
Got a question from JC, but we'll answer that after you've done this.
Yeah, there could be a new sort of form trend. You can see, kind of boom, boom, bouncing. So if we bounce from here and come upwards, then I think it's an upwards thing. But if we actually break this, I think level here with this green, then it should be negative. But that is the. Hold on, let me check.
But
what
the
that
coin
actually
isn't
is.
going to be here any longer.
I know. That's why I'm more pointing towards the downwards end of things.
Yeah, it's not going to be here. It's going to get replaced.
And I mean, to be fair, that is the 4 hour. So we'll see how that goes. When was that? When is this chart? This was. How long ago was this tweeted? This was
Yesterday.
Yesterday. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Honestly, I think within the next week the coin will be gone. It'll get delisted, and then the new
because
ASI
there's
token-
not any point about having it.
There's no.
Everyone's going to merge over.
Yeah, exactly. So what will happen is if you hold this token, it will automatically be converted to ASI. So when you log in to whichever exchange you're on, in a week's time, 2 weeks' time, and you held Fetch token, it won't be there. It will be an ASI token. It is getting replaced. That's all you need to know. Right, what's next?
Standard Chartered. Oh, I didn't choose that part on either of these things. Whoopsies. Close that. There we go. So Standard Chartered XRP ETF next.
Yes, but should we answer the question?
Oh yeah,
Jay-Z's got.
Sorry.
I think Jay-Z's asked, what's a good entry price for
Ethereum before we
Ethereum?
leave. How actually does it chart? To be fair, I'll quickly go to it.
Yeah, go and have a look. We've given up. Listen, we've given up. We've given up.
I gave up 6 streams ago.
My
trying to
soul
even bother.
left my body when the Oracle moved on to his 5th chart. My soul left my body.
Oh,
Do you know
look at
those
that.
memes where the woman hits the punch bag and the punch bag slams back at her, and that you just see the ghost of the woman leave her body?
Yeah.
That was me, and your charts hit
Right,
me,
okay.
and then my soul just disappeared off into space.
All
So
right.
we've got another chart, ladies and gentlemen.
So yeah, I mean, obviously we did have the retractment coming back to support, which was a consistent support. We're roughly, if we come from between these two, whoops, I put the wrong thing. There we go. We're roughly nearing the middle on the lower end of things, but we were in this trend, which I think is a negative. Was a negative trend. You can see as we go. It was one of these expanding malarkey ones, which we've now broken out of, but we're coming back into it now. I think it was a quick surge downwards to come back in. So let me alter this quickly. Obviously, I know this was a big high externally from the market, so it makes sense why we had this. But regardless, we kind of invalidated it, came back into it. So I think it's more of an invalidated thing. Regardless, even if it was an expanding triangle, which would bring us down to, 2 pennies, which isn't going to do because ETF, this is based on something completely different. We're not going to go down any further than this on the box. I'm actually going to delete these lines now.
So entry
after
price then, 3,600, 3,700?
Well, it depends. Let me have a look first, because I want to see if there's a consistent price point where you might either bounce off. Which you can see here, there's possibly some price here, maybe within this range. Now, we've already bounced off it once. If we expect, it would be good. Now is a decent price anyway.
I
At
think so.
37.50.
I think it's a good price.
But, to see it, there could be some sort of positive trend bouncing off the 21-day EMA, where we've bounced off 37.80.
If we were to wick, where would we wick down to? If there was going to be a wick, right? Because one of the strategies is you can. I'm interjecting. I'm going to be very, very brief. If there is a wick, a scam wick, which liquidates the longs, we could rock it down. If you've got buy orders, 3,400, 3,500, 3,600, your orders can be filled on the way down, and while you're asleep, we could be back at 3,800. So it's never a bad idea, whatever coin you're buying, to have buy orders 5% down, 10% down, 8% down, whatever it might be. And then hopefully Brogan is now going to give you where a liquidation cascade would take us to.
Well, we've actually got a little thingy-majig going on here.
Do not say another Head and Shoulders.
No, it's actually, hold on.
He's going to draw a Head and Shoulders, isn't he? Draw a Head and Shoulders.
I didn't really think about it until now.
It's like watching Darth Vader walk into a room. You just know any minute he's going to pick somebody up by the throat and crush the larynx. He's just going to crush your soul here and tell you we're going to $2,600.
Well, okay. Well, let's wait for that. Let's leave that. I didn't even think about looking at head shots. The medium thing. The thing I wanted to point out was this: we had this candle of negativity. It looks like we have a positive, a bear flag, and where does it bring us? The flag actually brings us to our exact midpoint at 36.79. So I could expect another test or wick down, like you said, at 36.79.
36.79.
Which is the midpoint.
Perfect.
But
it's a good price, that.
We do have a little bit of a shoulders going on here.
Oh, he's doing it again.
But obviously, I don't really expect this to do anything because look at how much support we have.
I know.
So,
the thing is, we've been saying for weeks that we're not going to go above 3,000 and hold it. And I've been saying it, okay? And I'm going to eat my hat on stream. I just need to find an edible one. And guess what? Everyone's now going, well, why aren't we going up on Ethereum? Because a week ago, we were at $2,900. We're now at $3,700. We've already had the move. We've had a 20% move. It doesn't just keep going up, This isn't magical fairy dust. We're not Peter Pan, where we sprinkle people and we start to float and we never come down again. We have to stay near the moving averages. We have to have some level of sensibility because guess what? What did Brogan tell us about Pepe? We went like that. And what's going to happen? We've got nothing on the way down. So it's going to come straight back down again. So we have to walk up like we're walking up a flight of stairs. And occasionally we might miss a step on the way up, but we still have to walk up a flight of stairs. Ethereum might be here all weekend. On Tuesday, we're at 4,000. Then maybe next Wednesday, a week on Wednesday, we're at 4,500. That is steady, healthy growth. If we get too far ahead, we get bearish divergence, and the entire ground, we get a sinkhole.
Oh, I didn't even look at the daily. RSI, oversold. You couldn't argue it against me. Bart Simpson.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it's the external macro that's affecting the price. So I wouldn't, in the bull run, that's going to show up on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP. It's going to keep showing up. And you're going to sit here going, you know what you're like, Scotty from Star Trek. The engines, can he take it, Captain? And it always takes it.
Wait. This only brings us down to 36.60.
You've just said we're going to come down to 36.
I know, I'm just reiterating it. Look, daily, look. Red dot, momentum above 60, money flow come down, VL come down.
So what's that, a 2% move to the downside?
Let me delete all this right now. Yeah.
We're never going to boldly go where no one has gone before.
No, we're not going to
come down 2% and you're in panic mode.
Look. Look at this. Do you see, this is the power of the universe is behind us. Falling below this is like falling through the space and time continuum and somehow ending up on the other side of the world. If you do this, I don't know. Congratulations to Ethereum. I don't know how to do it.
1 minute of Brogan's TA, it's like Interstellar. 1 minute of Brogan's TA is like 1 year on Earth, isn't it?
So
that's how much
to
knowledge
finalize,
is in this.
I think I'd enter about 63.6. I'd be conservative and do for the midpoint. I'll do 3,680.
That sounds really good advice.
So about 2% move down.
Really good advice, that.
That's what I'd say.
2 or 3% below where we are now is really good. Same with Bitcoin.
Enter, close your eyes, wait.
Whenever Bitcoin comes down, it's not cascading. We do always have, if you look at a 24-hour movement of Bitcoin, generally it's 2 to 3% shift to the downside. So Ethereum is getting to the point now where it's not moving 10% in a day. It's moving at the same rate as Bitcoin. So what Brogan said there, 2 or 3%, that I totally agree with. That is great advice. Scotty has yet again kept the thrusters going, or impulse drive, or what the hell it's called. Are we going to move on? Any other comments before we move on? People telling me to stop talking about Star Trek, I imagine.
Yeah, or every single comment. I'm reading them right now. They all hate everything you're saying right now. They hate it all. Peter said, can you really just stop talking in big mouth? He's opening up the camera. It's making the camera lag when your mouth opens. Can you please stop? He just said that right now. No, he didn't say that out loud. He said, actually, what will ETH price be in the bear market to come?
Now, I know exactly what it's going to be.
All right, I guess I'll sit back now. Let me put the cameras up. Oh no, never mind. Sorry.
What normally happens in the bear market is we retrace to the previous all-time high. So what I mean by that was, we had an 18,000 Bitcoin and a 69,000 Bitcoin. And after the 69,000 Bitcoin, we retraced to pretty much the previous all-time high. We did go a little bit lower, and there are factors like Luna and FTX which did that. But if we didn't have that, we'd have come down to 18,000 previous all-time high. Ethereum's all-time high was,
I don't know,
$4,000. So I think if we retrace, and again, we could go into these things like super cycle, we could have a double top with April and November, all that kind of stuff. But rule of thumb is Bitcoin's low point in the next bull run could be about 65 to 70,000 because previous all-time high was 69. Ethereum's was 4,000 or something around that anyway. I think we'll come down to that figure in the next bull run. Now that should give you an indication of how much higher we should go because we normally have a 60% retracement, 70% retracement. So rule of thumb, and remember, history doesn't repeat, it rhymes. So it's never going to be accurate, but as a rule of thumb, the previous all-time high should act as support in the next bear market. There you go. How about that? Pure alpha.
That was brilliant.
Didn't mention Star Trek, Lord of the Rings, didn't mention anything. No innuendos at all.
Congratulations. Oh, hey, there's a table leg in front of me. I need to stretch my legs and can't.
That's because you've been doing charts for so long. You've got cramps. What's next?
Analysts are projecting spot Solana and Ripple ETFs in 2025 following the approval of Ethereum ETFs. Yeah.
Kabir was in chat telling me that this wasn't going to happen yesterday. I disagreed with him. But that's the point. We're allowed to have a disagreement. Kabir could be right next year.
I'm reading it.
Everyone's allowed to have their own opinion and comment because you should do your own research. You should have your own opinion. Absolutely. So here's one for you. I'm going to ask you a question about this. Have you gone through that article now?
Oh, I moved it.
Yeah, fine. I'm going to ask you a question about it because we've got time. I think we've got time now, haven't we?
I mean, now that we've not got any constraints,
Exactly.
we've got time.
Right. If you had 100% in front of you, what percentage would you put towards Solana and what percentage would you put towards XRP? So, for example,
okay.
I think we are 80% certain of a Solana ETF and 20% certain of an XRP ETF next year. What would your ratio be?
More on Solana. Oh, okay.
Give us a number.
60-40.
So you think 60%?
Maybe 70-30.
70-30,
Or
70-30. I think so. I think absolutely. If I was a betting man, which I'm not, I would put all of my eggs in Solana's basket. And I don't think I'd got anywhere near XRP's basket just yet. We haven't got the court case finished yet, which means it's not had its run up, which means it hasn't gained.
Well, the more positive sentiment of crypto, I think
It will, but think about timing. It's all about timing, isn't it? Next year is 7 months away. That's how close we are to next year. So if we've got the paperwork together for an ETF, which one at the minute hasn't got the court case? Which one hasn't? Because they're going to do an ICO as well.
Yeah, the likelihood of it being first would be Solana.
Exactly. It has to be Solana. The timing is what matters here, not which one deserves it the most. You know what I mean? Two boxers can get in a ring and one can just get pummeled. And as he's falling back onto the ring, you can just catch the guy on the chin, knock him clean out and win the fight.
Yeah, look,
I don't know.
This is what they've done. They've gone, come back on. Tick, that's stablecoin. We don't like them. Tick, that's stablecoin. XRP, tick. Look, you see? This is what they're doing.
I know,
Bitcoin, tick. Ethereum, tick. Dogecoin, I don't like that. Toncoin, we don't like that either. Cardano, tick.
That's how I picked Tariq's portfolio for him.
Cardano, potentiality of Cardano.
0.
X. Avalanche, X. Shiba, X. Further, X. X. That's, no.
Chainlink
X.
is going to be the next. Oh, Tariq asked about Chainlink. In hand on heart, I think $100 Chainlink, $90 to $100 Chainlink would be my target in the bull run. It's a real world asset token. It has CCIP. It's the biggest oracle. There's nothing against Chainlink.
But looking down, Litecoin's 21, so you got to wait a long time for that.
I know, but the thing is with Litecoin, it's like people who support Everton. They were really, really, really good 30 years ago, and they've been garbage for 30 years, but you still get Everton fans. And unfortunately, Litecoin is Everton. It's always there. It's always nearly relegated. He never does anything. Nobody ever signs for them. No one knows who plays for them, but you do get the odd supporter.
Wait, Sol about 20% and the rest let it ride. What, in stablecoins?
What's that?
We're talking about the percentage cut between Sol and XRP.
Which is the chat? Yeah, I think.
So you want Sol about 20%.
Yeah.
And the rest let it ride. I assume that means 80% of XRP.
Yeah, that's all right. I mean, XRP could very well be the next ETF. It could very well be. I mean, we're just giving our slightly educated opinion, not necessarily educated opinion.
My only opinion is based on the fact that they've gone, yep, no, stablecoin, we don't like them, yep, stablecoin, XRP. So it's going to be Solana XRP. It's clear as day. You can see it right here. Dogecoin, meme coin, Toncoin, no, Cardano.
I tell you what, I was saying this yesterday. You know, like in America, you can get an ETF.
Yeah.
You know that stuff that you're allowed to now grow in America. We can't say any words. Be very careful, right? The stuff that you
The funny green stuff.
Yes,
right.
You can now grow it, and you can now buy it, and you can now consume it, and it makes you very happy. And it's also good for medicine. That has its own ETF. So if that can have an ETF, and I did say to Kabir or somebody that I'd get you a list of ETFs because you've been spoilt with the size of some of our ETFs. You know, $1.4 trillion asset class is the 8th biggest asset in the world. So we've been spoilt by looking at the sizes and not realizing the size of some other ETFs. So when we look at them, you know, and we compare them to Bitcoin, we need to compare them to these small commodities and small other assets and say, oh, actually, you know, AVAX, Avalanche, Atom, they're big enough to have their own ETF. They shouldn't do, but they could. Right, what's next? Let's fire through.
Litecoin. Now, not stable, but lower cap alts, I believe it later ride the risk. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I mean, it depends. If you're entering with a smaller, we actually talked about this when we were walking home. It's like when you're starting out, there's not really much point of being secure about it. You need to kind of start off with being a bit more riskier.
DGen.
Yeah, it's like starting a business. It's like when you've made the business, it's like, yeah, you like make sure you're making moves which are going to sustain yourself.
Yeah,
but if you're starting out, take the risk.
Take the risk, take your profits back into Bitcoin.
Yeah.
That's what you should be. Not back into US dollars, back into Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Because you're still on the trains.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I like the Solana meme coin sniping bots.
Yes.
They're quite fun.
Yeah.
And you leave it going.
What's next?
Litecoin price could hit $100 as miners acquire 120,000 Litecoin after Ethereum ETF approval. Is there anything?
They're going to get speculation, and Litecoin is going to rip. And Tariq is going to come on here, and he's going to tweet us pictures of his 2 Teslas because he's bought one for each foot. And he's going to go down the road like Chuck Norris, and he's going to have a plank of wood across his 2 Teslas, and he's going to have 1 foot on each one. And he's going to have a big sign that says, "Screw you, Oracle, screw you, Fitzy." That's what he's going to have. And we're going to go, you know what, fair play.
enough.
You were the only person who bought Litecoin at $60, $70.
You're the only person about Litecoin.
Because the thing is, honestly, there's no reason for them not to have a Litecoin ETF. That's the thing. And it will go to $300 if they do that, absolutely. Because it's a mineable asset. So therefore, it has all the boxes ticked that Bitcoin had. And it is Bitcoin, it's the same source code. So it will be in the basket of assets that could become an ETF. Litecoin is over there with Bitcoin and other mineable assets. So I can't knock it too much because it does have a massive chance of a run up. You know, $150, $250, $350, absolutely. All-time high, I think, was $350, $400 for Litecoin. And what are we at now? $80?
Yeah, I think we come lower though. I've done some TA, like you see it, the really cool looking crayon TA. What do you think of it?
I think you've got Tariq in tears. You've told him Atom is going to 0. You've told him Litecoin is going to 0. The only hope that he's had, like Princess Leia, right, is that I've told him that Chainlink will go to $90. Only hope.
Oh, that's my little TA. There you go. If you're watching. But yeah,
How far through the stream are we? 12:19. Have we got anything else to talk about apart from
Everything else.
The dog with what's
ongoing numbers.
Oh yes. Now this is a good article. We'll go through this very quickly. We are way overrun. We've way overrun.
I don't know. If you don't limit yourself, you can't overrun. The Ondo crypto skyrockets as the price has surged 29.56%.
Yeah.
An upsurge of 29.56% has been observed in the Ondo price during the weekly trading session. Technical indicators summary suggests a bullish signal in the current phase. The trading volume has increased over 110% in the last 24-hour session.
Real world assets. We talked about these months ago. AI tokens. We've talked about these for over a year. Meme coins we always talk about, yes. If you are new to crypto, you should own your Bitcoin and your Ethereum. We talked about that. Forget all that. If you want to create 2 or 3 different portfolios on different asset classes, real world assets are one you should seriously consider looking at. And Ondo is one of the best ones. Chainlink as well you should hold. ICP you should hold. Go and look at those tokens and get yourself a little bag of RWA. Ondo could be a $10 coin this time next year. And I think it broke $1 on the news about Ethereum. I think, what is it at now? 125, 122?
Yeah.
Something like that. it's a good coin, and it's still only a $1.4 billion market cap. I think, you can correct me if I'm wrong there. I think it's about that. So it's still relatively small. Is it going to go to 10 or 15 billion? I think so. It's going to be huge. HBAR is going to do well. That could possibly have real world asset value. So get maybe 6 tokens in real world assets. Create a little mini portfolio on real world assets. Create a little portfolio on AI tokens. Spread your risk, but also they are going to do well in the next couple of years. There's no reason it's the next big thing, because the second that Ethereum ETF starts, BlackRock and all of the gang will start going around the world saying tokenization of assets onto the blockchain is the next big thing. And billions will pile into Ethereum and real world asset tokens. Billions. Because the stock market in America, stock market in London, stock market in Singapore, what do? They trade from 8:30 to 4:30 Monday to Friday. What does BlackRock want? 24/7 trading of every asset. Stocks, shares, bonds, property, artwork, you name it, they will want to trade it 24/7 and they will want to control it. And that's what they want. They want, again, we talk about pies. 24 hours in a day, 7 days a week is a bigger pie than 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. They want all of that pie. They want all of crypto. How do they get all of crypto? They get all of the ETFs. That's why we're going to get a lot more ETFs, because they want to get Solana, XRP. I don't know what they're going to do with Cardano. Maybe have a fight with Charles with pugil sticks or something like that. But that's what's going to happen. That's the future. That's my TA. And now I'm going to hand you back to the Oracle.
Yeah. I'm just doing some TA.
Are you drawing another chart?
Yes, Ondo, because we'll look at his shot. Look, he took baby steps. He had the first part, right? He had the negative downtrend. Look, he did this, and then he decided that he wanted to completely miss the bottom half of it, which was also the uptrend, and missed the complete bull flag, which then allowed me to completely find where we would have came to, which he didn't draw.
Please tell me Ondo is going to come back down. Of all the tokens today, I want to see him coming down, because I want to get Ondo under $1.
Look, his resistance line was $1.16, which we completely surpassed because this guy just didn't draw. This is the simplest thing.
He's having a moment.
I just got a bit angry about that. I don't know.
You know when your dog runs around the room and has zoomies? That's what happens when the Oracle looks at charts. He has his zoomies.
So what happened was we had this order block at the high point. Obviously had the upper end. We've used good upper end, like you can see here. Like we used the higher end of it and the lower end really good as support. So obviously I suspect that the top end of it at about 97.7 is going to be good support. Coming towards $1.26 is resistance. Obviously we're nearly bouncing off it now. Yeah. Maybe a tiny bit more move up, but I wouldn't long at all. I'd probably wait for the downwards movement. So
we should be putting buy orders at 98 cents.
I don't think we'll come right back down to it. We might. I mean,
$1 then. Give me a price.
$1.10 might be good, but I'm just guessing off the midpoint. I don't really have a lot of data to go off of in terms of, because this is like the highest point we've seen. I don't have a lot of data to go off in terms of how far we'll come down. Probably to some sort of mediary point. As you can see here, maybe you can see we wicked about 3 times towards $1.04. So maybe $1.04.
$1.04. There we go. That's what we're going to do. We're going to buy. We're going to get some tokens. We're not going to say the names of them. We're going to get some tokens over the weekend.
Yeah.
And we're going to go and buy. What should we go and buy? $200 worth of Ondo?
Yeah, look, this is going to RSI oversold, momentum over thingied, money flow isn't really doing much, VOP's coming down. Yeah. It's time we come down.
The last time we did a trade, kind of with you guys, was Near Protocol, and we were buying that at $5.80 to $6, and I think we ended up with about $450 worth of those tokens. It's now at, what, $8.05? Not bad in the space of 2 or 3 weeks. So I think Ondo, if we can get it anywhere near $1, we're going to probably go and buy $200 or $300 worth of Ondo for our portfolio. Yeah. Remember, we're not going to totally degen it. This is going to be a small position.
Would you look at that? Now, obviously, some significance, it needs a certain amount of data to actually draw.
Yeah.
We'll went to the 4 hour.
Yeah.
Our midline is pretty much, you can see it there. And our midline is exactly where I just drew my line. So, obviously, got a big confidence there. $1.04. $1.04. $4.1.
$1.05. $1.05 Ondo.
No.
We're only at 2 close.
All right, well, $5.2.
Not $1.04. Not $1.04. 5.
Nah, maybe.
Yeah.
But I'm just talking about 2% panning. I mean, to be fair, $1.475 looks pretty good. But anyway, somewhere within that range. Just put a conservative buy order. You'll be good to go.
We're going to go and buy some Mondo. We've got plenty of Chainlink, plenty of ICP. But if I was to pick out, I don't think we have enough. I think we're a little bit underweight on RWA, so we might go and buy some.
Is there anywhere you can contract trade or not contract futures trade? Mondo.
I don't know. Maybe we'd find it offline.
Yeah, not right now yet, obviously, but obviously I'll probably look to short it because it'd be a bit easier.
What's next? Any more comments?
We've got one more. Oh, comments.
Stuff, mate.
RWA nice, and we have really Rio.
Rio, yes. I looked at one of the
Rio,
ones you sent me, Avo, but I haven't looked at Rio. But I probably look at Rio. I've got a list of about 6 or 7 videos that I need to make. Yesterday, I made a video about, actually, I'm going to give a word of warning. I made a video yesterday about a token which is launching very soon. And basically, I can't remember the name of the video that I've made. It's on the channel. Don't buy the token. They've done a terrible job with the white paper. The team isn't doxed. There's no tokenomics. What's the name of the token? Give me a second. I'll get the name of the token. This is important. Because again, I know I don't want to sound, overly negative because that's Brogan's job today, quite clearly.
Yeah.
But the token that I looked at yesterday, give me 1 second while I find the video name. Where is it? So Lister DAO. It is called Lister DAO. The token is launching a couple of weeks from now. You'll see it being mentioned everywhere. They've done a shocking version of their white paper. The team isn't doxed. There's no tokenomics. There's no roadmap. And as far as I can see, it's all hype. And yes, it's going to make money because it's a staking platform. It's a restaking platform. You can stake BNB, Ethereum, Bitcoin, all that kind of stuff. I get all of that. But they could have put the effort into saying who them. I don't know the name of the CEO. I know his X or Twitter account handle. I don't know the CTO. I know the X handle. It's not enough information for a multi-billion-dollar company, and it's failed. So for those of you out there that think that I just come on here and make videos and say this is a really good coin, this is a really good coin, no. About 40% of our videos are actually not positive videos. They're actually quite negative videos. Recently, we've done a lot of projects on the Kronos chain that have actually been pretty good. Teams have been doxed, everything's been fine. But in this case, Lister DAO for me is a hard pass. If I get any of those tokens in an airdrop, I will sell them immediately. You've got to be very careful when you look at coins. If they can't put the effort in to tell you who they are and what they're going to do and what the tokens are going to do, why should you put the effort into investing? If you received a share brochure in the post about a company and you didn't see anybody in the team, you had no roadmap and no financials, why would you invest in that company? Think about them the same way. Just because it's on the internet doesn't mean you shouldn't treat them any differently than you would a normal business. Next.
Okay. Last article. Woohoo.
Woo. Is this the Harambe and
Last article.
Kachiko gone?
Woohoo.
Is this the dog?
Last article. Gee.
Woo!
Woo. We should do it, guys.
How can I be positive? You've panned every coin today. It's going down. It's going down. It's going down. Bear
It's
flag.
not my
bear
fault.
flag.
It's just what I see on
Head
the
and
chart.
shoulders. Bear flag. Bear flag.
That's
Bear
what the
flag.
chart tells me.
It's like listening to Max Headroom.
Doge is dead.
Yes, this is very sad. Isn't
Kabosu,
it?
the Shiba Inu who's inspired memes at CryptoCoin, dies in Japan.
Yes.
Kabosu, the Shiba Inu dog, best known as the side-eye face of the ubiquitous Doge meme and the cryptocurrency Dogecoin, died Friday in Japan. Very, very sad.
Very sad. Remember, a dog is only a part of your life, but you are a dog's whole life. So this is very sad for the poor doggy. And of course, Harambe passed away. How many years ago was Harambe died?
Double.
8 years ago. So Harambe and Kabashu, is it Kabashu? Kabishu?
Kabasu, I'm not sure.
Kabasu are both up in the land of Never, wherever it might be, probably being looked after by I don't know, another famous animal that's died. Godzilla will be up there with Harambe under one arm and Kibashu under another arm.
Right. Okay.
There you go. So he's died. Is that it?
I think so.
I don't think we need to read much more about the passing of a dog.
His nickname was Kabocha, Japanese for pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
Yeah.
What a lovely name. Pumpkin. I suppose he did have a pumpkin colour, didn't he?
Oh, she fell into a deep sleep.
Right, now, last thing then. We're going to... R.I.P. dog. We're going to look at Dog with Riz.
What?
Dog with Riz.
All right.
Because we want to tell them about the end of the airdrop.
I didn't download the thing.
You don't have to. You just have to bring up the link that's in the Notepad document. All right, anyway. Well, I'll tell you. So, we made a video about Dog with Riz this week. Don't know what day it was, Monday, Tuesday. And they reached out to us because we were telling you about the airdrop. I think we told you about the airdrop on Wednesday and Thursday or something like that. So the airdrop is finished. The coins are going to be going out, as far as I'm aware, this weekend. So if you did what they had to do to get the free airdrop of this token, you will get that token, as far as I'm aware, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday next week. That's the first thing. They also reached out to say to us that you can buy the token from the website. Of course, we are not suggesting you do that. I'm just telling you. And they also said that there is a meme competition. So the meme competition, hopefully Brogan is going to bring that up on the screen now.
I can't find the website.
What's Dog with Riz.
Oh, with. Oh. There it is. I did Dog with Riz. There it is.
So there should be a link on there saying meme competition. And I'm telling you about this because you've only got a week to enter this as well. So I might as well tell you. They've asked me, they've contacted me on Telegram and said, hi, thanks for doing the thing about the airdrop. Just to let you know, we now have the meme competition going. Meme competition is now live. So you can go and put up a meme, copy them in, tag them, whatever it might be, and you can win some more of the DWR token. You found it? How many hours are left, by the way, before the token goes live? 13 hours before the token goes live. Again, for people like Peter, this is a meme coin. I know, it's a meme coin. But meme coins launch a lot more often than normal coins, so we cover them a lot more. So that'll be there. We're going to make a video about it because they've asked us to. So we're going to make a video.
It.
You found the meme competition?
Yeah.
There you go. Perfect. So go and check them out. Dogwithriz.net,
it's closed.
I think. Go and check it out. Go and get involved. And I think that is the end of the show. I'm going to go and make a video about this later on. So, do we want to do an outro, or are we just going to say goodbye? Could you please review some new low cap coins that could have potential? We will give that a go. Absolutely, yes. I will try. The problem with low cap gems is it's finding good ones, and there are lots of them. So, for example, Peter has an eye for finding some good low cap gems, and we've reviewed a couple of them. Avo, I think, was one of them. Aero, which isn't really low cap, but it's still a really good project on base. So I review the projects that you send across to me. I did look at 3 on behalf of Only You. I'm not a fan of it. It's not live, so I'm not a fan of that token at all. It could do exceptionally well, exponentially well, but it's not live. It's really speculation at the minute. So it's hard to find them, Reza. That's the problem. It's hard to find them. And by the time I do find them, they're normally $100, $200, $300 million projects. That's the issue. So, but I will always keep an eye out for low cap gems.
Yeah, Maneki
we did well with. Sorry?
You gotta get one of the meme bots.
Yeah, I've got to get a meme bot. Yeah, but I don't want to just make meme videos all the time, because then we'll just look like one of those channels that makes meme videos. But I know what you mean. What we need is a notifier that tells us when
new projects
go live. Exactly. So I think what we'll do is we'll set ourselves a limit, maybe nothing under 25 million, for example, and we'll search new coins. And again, the other problem is making videos on a coin that's brand new doesn't generate any traffic, doesn't generate any subscribers, doesn't generate any revenue that we get from the monetization of these things. So we also have to make videos on projects that will get us a return. Like we've made some videos the last week that have tanked Like normally a good video, 3, 4, 5,000 views. The last week, because everything went to hell in a handbasket, nobody's watching crypto videos. We're lucky if we're getting 100 views on some of our videos. So we've got to try and find a balance between gems, traffic and revenue, and memes and everything else. We've got to try and cover everything. We're also, don't forget, we're trying to cover Chronos now as well as Solana for chains, not just necessarily projects, but for chains. So we are going to do a Chronos night where we talk about how the Chronos chain is going, the TVL of it. We might even get a special guest. We're talking to somebody to get them on the show, to make a video, an interview about Chronos. We are working in the background, but we are not like lots of other channels. We do not have a backroom staff of 12 people who can research and do video edit. No. We do it all ourselves.
This is the whole team right here.
This is the team. So until we get to the stage where we get 3, 4, 5 people, we just are limited by our technology. Like we're getting a brand new, swanky new microphone, aren't we?
We are. I'm going to make some videos on how to do things.
Exactly.
That's going to be pretty cool.
And we're getting some new cameras as well. We're getting some new cameras at some point soon. But it's slowly catchy monkey. And that's it. I'm back on Monday. Brogan is back also on Monday with his live show. I'm back on Monday morning. I'm going to have a day off tomorrow. I might make a video. I don't know yet. But I need a rest. Like Saturday is the worst day of the week to do this stream because we are both dead on our feet.
Really, really tired. We can't see it because of the lighting, but as soon as you turn on the lighting, which is above our head, you see just the shadow from the eyebrows. You see the shadow.
We're dead on our feet. But thank you, everyone. Thank you, Peter, Reza, Only You, Solo Sky, all the usual crowd. Danny and Mary today. Thank you all for coming. We will see you all next week. And Brogan now does his Oscar. Yep. He's preparing for his James Bond 2030 Oscar win.
Yep.
So take it away.
Thank you, each and every one of you, for joining this stream. Really do appreciate it. I mean, obviously, I want to try and show appreciate every single stream. It's been an hour and 45 minutes. Obviously, we had the intro, gonna have the outro, but it's been a long stream. So hopefully, obviously, I know in some places it's a bit late for you guys. So have a great sleep. If you're just waking up, have a great rest of your day. Thank you for spending your time here with us. If you just joined at the start, or you join now, join at the start, wherever it was. Thank you for being here. Please make sure you like and subscribe. It does help. It's free for you. It's free for everybody. It does really help the channel. If you already are, you're doing great. Keep doing what you're doing. Like you said, we'll both be back on Monday. Got my stream in the afternoon. If you want to come along, we have the TG. Go to the descriptions, you'll find it there. It's more useful if you send the coin you want me to cover or something like that in the trading area so that I can have it listed. It'll be better. I can do more TA on that. Obviously, you can just join on the chat anyway and ask. So it doesn't matter. But check the descriptions, useful links. Thank you all. And yeah.
One last thing before we go. We are going to do a product review for, is it called D Command? I think it's called D Command.
Yes,
we're going to do a project review.
Yep.
And I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow or Monday. Monday is a bank holiday around the world. But that doesn't stop us. No. We're still going to be here.
Yeah.
So either Sunday or Monday, we are going to do a project review on D Command. And that will be a sponsored review, just so everybody is aware.
Yeah. So other than that, thank you all so much for watching. See you Monday.
See you Monday.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.